Third reading of the Worker Protection Amendment of Equality Act 2010 Bill. Baroness Burt of Solihull.
My Lords, I beg to move that this bill be now read a third time.
The question is that this bill be read now a third time. As many of that opinion will say content. Contrary not content, the contents have it.
Move that this bill do now pass.
The question is that this bill do now pass.
My Lords, taking this bill through your Lordship's House has been somewhat of a challenge, but I'm delighted to see the finishing post come up for this House anyway, until it wends its way back to the Commons and the final hurdle under the sure guidance of the Honourable Lady, the Member of Bath. I'm so grateful to everyone who's worked so hard to bring the bill to this stage, which has necessitated a great deal of pragmatism and compromise on all sides, not least by the Noble Lady, the Minister herself. The bill will not now return to the Commons as it was when it first arrived at your Lordship's House, but in essence, it will still protect workers from sexual harassment, and it will impose a duty on employers to take reasonable steps to ensure that their employees are protected. Sexual harassment and assault in the workplace, particularly on women at all levels, even, we learn today, on female surgeons, is rife. The bill, my Lords, will go some way to rectifying this, because we need a change of workplace culture, and this bill will make a good start. So I'd like to thank all members who've participated in the bill, including the Noble Lady, the Minister, the officers of the Government Equalities Office, and my legislative advisor, Mohammed Ali Suidi. The EHRC have also given us excellent advice and will be charged with enforcing the new duty and helping and advising employers. So could I just ask the Noble Lady the Minister, on the EHRC's behalf, to ensure that the necessary resources are made available to enable them to do this work. An act, my Lords, is just a piece of paper until and unless it is properly enforced. And in this case, this is going to be no small job. My Lords, I'm looking forward with great relief to now waving the bill goodbye on its final stages in the other place.
My Lords, could I just rise to express my sincere thanks to the Noble Baroness Burt for all of the work that she has put in, and indeed to also thank the Noble Lady the Minister for her support in the passage through the House. This bill represents an excellent step in the right direction. Clearly we still have much to do. I'd like to also echo the sentiments and hope that the government will move forward on this and will provide the necessary resources to make sure all of the provisions can be fully implemented.
Yeah. My Lords, I'd like to first of all sincerely thank the Noble Baroness Lady Burt of Solihull for her work taking this important bill through the House. The Noble Lady has been patient, and she's shown a great deal of pragmatism, I think we've used that word a few times, in the progression of this bill to help tackle workplace harassment. It is an honour to be here to confirm the government's ongoing support, and we believe it is important that everyone feels safe and able to thrive in the workplace. And the Noble Lady asked me about how the EHRC were going to enforce the new duty, and I think that is important. The new EHRC's regulatory approach for any new duty will include producing, first of all, a statutory code of practice based on its current technical guidance in the area, and a mechanism for employees and employee representatives to be able to notify the EHRC of breaches and potential breaches of the preventative duty. It will also be able to use powers under the Equalities Act 2006 to undertake strategic litigation, investigation and enforcement activity to target systematic non-compliance with the preventative duty in accordance with the litigation and enforcement policy. As far as how that is going to be funded, I will write to the noble lady. The bill will help the government to deliver its commitment to introduce the employer duty as part of the Violence Against Women and Girls strategy. The employer duty will send a strong signal to employers that they need to take action to prioritise prevention of sexual harassment and ultimately, my lords, to improve the workplace practices and culture. And I would like to thank all noble lords and organisations who raised important issues in the debates and discussions held throughout the bill's progression through the House. I believe this bill now strikes the right balance between protecting free speech and tackling harassment. Whilst there has been much debate and amendments made to the bill, I think we can all agree that workers should feel safe and be free from sexual harassment in the workplace. Therefore, I hope that the bill can progress with the full support of the House today.
The question is that the bill do now pass. As many as that opinion will say content. Content. Contra not content. The contents have it.